We talk a lot about the importance of goal setting, but I think one issue which people grapple with is adjusting it with inflation. So sometimes you hear people, you get a portfolio, at least we get questions. They say that I want to invest this much to get to 5 crore and 30 years from now. But the question is, you may get to 5 crore, but will 5 crore be enough? So how do you handhold your investors, and how do you, if you want to talk to our viewers who are watching you, tell them about adjusting your goal with inflation?
I think the similar, like people know that inflation is one aspect one should taken care if they are saving their amount basically, or keeping some amount of income as a surplus. But when it comes to practice, I think somehow in the past, if you look at the data that does not suggest that. Like as I told you earlier also, when it comes to investment in long term, people will invest 15 years in PPF for their long term savings. They will take 10 year, 15 year, 20 year tax free bonds and will take invest for that 10 years. And look at the inflations, which almost is close to around double digit basically. So net there is a like gap 2.5% over 10, 15, 20 years basically. And it directly hits on their the purchasing power or standard of living basically. So one way to like set the right context, right asset allocation helps them to meet their future financial needs, and if they don't want to face sort of that inflationary environment. We also give them some data point which are the basic inflationary environment, which are the basic inflationary items are there. We have a last 20, 25, 30 years of study, and it says that your basic needs like your tuitions and the healthcare are the biggest inflationary item, not like your vegetable foods or gas cylinders. When you give this context, then putting the right asset allocation at the extremely important beginning of starting of their investment decisions. Having said that, if someone is looking for even in fixed income as an investment, then we keep a track on their investments, and if any drop in terms of their needs or a final value versus the current market value, we ask investor to to top up the investment basically. So there are only two ways to do that. If you take fixed income as an investment, then obviously at a particular time, you may have to top up the investments, or you have to save more. A choice is yours basically, or have an equity as an asset allocation and keep it for a long term. So that even for a not so high grade of or high level of investments, someone can invest, someone can reach their future needs and take care as an inflationary as an environment.
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents carefully.